I'd like to talk just a minute about some of the things you need to look at when you're starting a dock shoot. So many people now are getting interested in this dock shooting and a great new technique to catch crappie. Some of the basics that I'd like to talk to you about is just how you start shooting, what you look for. I like to take my lure and put it about 6 to 10 inches above my reel here. What that does, when I load up on this bait and I pull back, you don't want to have a whole lot of slack that you're pulling that bait behind you. You want everything that you're doing right there in front of you, and also use the same anchor point every time. You're not dealing with a heavy bait here. I'm shooting either a 1/24 ounce or a 1/32, and also the line. I'm using Gamma Line 6-pound test. I love the low diameter in the Gamma Line and also the high vis. You're not looking for a very explosive strike. Sometimes the line's just gonna move side to side, and that's some of the things that you look at. You're not looking at carrying a whole lot of line capacity on shooting these docks, so that lightens your whole gear up where it doesn't wear you out all day. Everybody that's experienced the thrill of dock shooting has also went through some of the things that are a little bit frustrating. One of the things is the bait falling off the head and sliding down the shaft of the hook. We've all used the super glue trying to keep it up there and get as much as we can out of a bait. Bobby Garland has came up with this new head doctor here, and as you can see, it's a high ribbed bait that has a lot of barbs right here that comes through that really gets a good bite on some of these baits and holds them well, and you don't have to keep applying glue or something like that and pushing your bait back up. As you can see, as I push it up here, it really holds well and gets a good bite on that bait, and it's not going to let it slide down. Another thing too, when you're shooting docks, the pull tab dock shooter here by Bobby Garland will eliminate all the problems with sticking that bait in your finger or having some miscues and slipping and sliding. It's a tear-proof, waterproof piece of material that fits right over your hook. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to slide that in right there. That goes right over the barb of the hook and lays flat against the bait. What this does, this allows me, instead of holding the bait itself, the hook or the head, I can concentrate and hold on to that tab right there, and that's going to allow me to get the hook out in front of my fingers where you don't have to worry about or have it in the back of your mind that hook getting you. And also it gives you a great vantage point of holding this and using your same anchor point each time to get a low skip and try to get as far into that dock as you can. So I've got my bait here, I'm ready, I'm set up, I've engaged my reel, and what I'm going to do when I'm looking through these docks, even on these pontoons, these fish are laying in the shade and laying up, tucked up underneath these things, and the dock shooting gives me an opportunity to reach some of these fish that otherwise are untouched. So if you'll see right here, got it all set up, I'm going to load up and I'm getting up underneath this boat right here, and I'm all the way to the front on that one. So I can work that whole area right through there, and I think if you'll start trying working on this dock shooting, you'll catch a whole lot more fish.